Okay, today we're going to make a raw Mamey cheesecake. A Mamey is a local fruit of South Florida. It comes from South Mexico, Guatemala. Taste of a sweet potato, like a baked sweet potato. It's got a nice sweetness. There's a cherry flavor, some almond I find almost cotton candy-like, and a little amaretto. I have some almonds in the freezer that I chilled of my food processor. The almonds I chilled so that they stay hard when I do the crust. I'm going to take about half of my lemon juice. I have about 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons into the crust. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of maple crystals. Sometimes you get a little firm. You can use your finger. About a tablespoon of lime zest. 2 tablespoons of raw agave nectar. This is the secretion of a southwestern cactus. It's a low glycemic sugar. So if you have diabetes, you can drink this. We're going to do a teaspoon of some Hawaiian red sea salt. I like to use coarse sea salt because when you get a bite, you're not going to get a bite of salt in every bite, but how many times can I say bite in that sentence? But when you do get a bite of salt, it's going to be like this explosion of saltiness. I have a tablespoon, and we show the label. We're going to do a teaspoon, of vanilla extract. We don't have we don't have a huge budget on this show, otherwise we would use vanilla beans, but that's too rich for my blood. So, one of the most important ingredients, about a cup of dried, unsweetened coconut flakes. Alright, so just put that in there. And what we're going to do is just pulse this. You don't want to puree it too much. Otherwise, it's not going to stay coarse. You want it to stay nice and chunky, like Chunk from the Goonies. Alright. And actually, just a drop of amaretto. To be the perfect consistency. Our tart crust is ready. We're going to put it into this oiled tart shell. I oiled it with some almond oil. Just going to pour this in here. It's in there firmly. I have a little bit of water. I'm going to get your fingers a little bit wet. And just start pushing it down. Okay, so that is our tart crust. And we're going to put it back in the freezer to set up and to firm up. Alright, welcome back. Now we're going to start our filling, which is basically soaked cashews and soaked pine nuts. Pine nuts and cashews, about 2.5 cups. I was going to do 3 cups, but I ate some. Alright, mixture, which is just the nuts and a little bit of lemon juice. Get some lemon juice. Let's start grinding this up. But the nuts are going to need a little help. So we have some homemade almond milk to help along the way. Very creamy. And it is really creaming up fabulously. I'm going to add the meat or the flesh of 3 young coconuts. Okay, now these are Thai coconuts. You can find them at Whole Foods. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla to our cheese mixture. Now we're going to take this mixture and place it in our bowl so we have room to do our mamey. Alright, so we got our cheese mixture in here. You don't have to scrape it out really clean because it's all going to get It's all going to get mixed in there anyways. So one thing about this cheesecake, this raw cheesecake, is that you can use any fruit you like. I'm going to start with a big Mamey because we might only need this amount. Alright, so the moment of truth. You'll notice the Mamey has the texture, the consistency of an avocado. It has that smooth flesh. It's really, really creamy. Creamy. We have 3 seeds here. These are great because they contain a nut inside these seeds that are very amaretto-like. Use Mamey in all kinds of. I've looked up Caribbean recipes. They have it in savory soups and stews. Alright, so take your Mamey and just scoop out the flesh like you would an avocado. It has a beautiful orange color. And I'm hooked on this. I actually went to the farmer's market and bought a whole bunch because they're going out of season now. And I'm freezing them so I can have them forever. Okay, to our Mamey we're going to add some agave, just eyeball it, another 3 tablespoons of agave, 1/3 of a cup of coconut butter. This is going to help it firm up and set up in the when we chill it, and that's it. Let's get this going. And we're going to add this to our cheese mixture. Nice, beautiful, light orange. I'm gonna put a little drop of this in there. Some amaretto. You don't want to put too much because you want it to chill. You want it to firm up. Perfecto. Okay, just take the filling and I think it's just beautiful like that, au naturel. It's going to go right back in the freezer. And be careful how you hold these things because the bottom comes up. Our 2 hours has passed, 3 hours. Let's see how our Mamey cheesecake looks. Oh! Y'all! Y'all gonna love this cheesecake. That's my Paula Deen. Alright, so now we were just gonna unmold this. It should come out perfectly. Perfect. Let's put it on a plate. Alright. Look, and it's a cute bangle. It's like a bangle. Okay, now this looks beautiful. Just one more thing I'm gonna do. This was the seed of the Mamey sapote. Got a nutcracker here. Not too hard, you don't want to break the nut inside, and it has a nice natural amaretto-y, a glorious smell. And we're just going to shave a little bit of this on top. Let's go in for a taste. Okay. Looks pretty good. Did I mention that Mamey is an aphrodisiac? And it's a good thing I'm standing behind this counter. Let's go for another taste. Y'all, I think we done made a terrific Mamey cheesecake pie, and I wish that all y'all could taste this delicious cheesecake pie. Can believe there's no butter in here. I'm wishing you best dishes, y'all, from my kitchen to yours.